Hi, everybody. This is Caroline Sotheby, and welcome to Up, Down, and Around Town. Well, I don't have a guest for today, but I've been on the with the camera going around town the last couple of weeks, and I'm sort of behind, so I figured, hey, it's time to catch up. Anyway, Yak Arena is officially closed for winter time. They're already into the spring thing, and while I'm thinking about it, and don't forget, remember Lions Club will have their what do you call it, where everybody can get a table and give your wares out for sale on that. That's going to be coming up middle of April, and so if you want to be a vendor, you know how to get in touch with the Lions Club. I shouldn't say Rotary, although they do things like that too. Anyway, a couple of weeks ago, before the ice show actually started, I went and took the camera in the lobby of the Yak Arena. And this is something they got it prepared, so you wanted to take a picture that night or that afternoon. That was available. But they did have a nice display of the names and the pictures of the skaters. And even though I didn't make it to the ice show, which I'm sorry I didn't, this gives you an idea who came out this year practicing, and maybe next year, I promise I'll try to get with them sooner. They did a big display. I mean, everything was sharp. Younger ones, older ones. I think Neil said that one of those skaters he went to school in Southgate with. So a lot of history in the years beforehand. So they only had one performance that night and one in the afternoon. So that took care of the run-up of the players right there. And of course, the next scene that you will see is the ice that was taken out of the Yak Arena and put it on the street. And it's funny because you had to get close up, but you could see the colors in it, so the dye was still there. And it's another year, another season going right now, even with school. There's basketball finished, and we're getting ready for soccer, baseball, softball, golf, tennis, you name it, it's there. But last Saturday, I had a chance to put belly on and get in touch with the two games for the girls' basketball in the finals. And the first one was Kingston and Ishpeming. Ooh, I can't say that, Ishpeming. Anyway, the first quarter was a disaster for Ishpeming. I mean, they only got 1 point. That was for a foul shot. But then they came back, and they went, like they usually do, into the 70s. And so they beat Kingston by the score of 73-54. And Kingston had 3 sisters on the team, Abby, Molly, and Tracy. The sophomore didn't play too much, but the others did. But here is their ending victory.
Tears of disappointment for Kingston, tears of joy for Ishpeming. Their head coach Ryan Riegel told us the other day, I used to get jealous watching other coaches perform on Valley Sports at the Breslin Center. Now, everyone envies him. Natalie Kerwin is with one of the heroes for Ishpeming.
Janessa, once that second half began, there was no slowing you guys down. How did you wear them down to get your first ever state championship?
Our thought process was, we know our seniors is our last game. We gotta kick it in for them so they can leave on a high note.
I can see some tears in your eyes. How much does this mean to you?
This means so much. I'm so proud of me and my girls. I love them so much, and I'm so proud of our coaches.
You and your backcourt mate, Jenna Mackey, combined for 51 points. How much have you come to appreciate the magic you two can create with the tandem you are?
I'm so appreciative. We put in the work, and we deserve this. We put in the work all summer. We're working hard. We're going to work hard this off season. And yeah.
This journey, the sea of blue behind you, and the whole crowd chanting UP Power. What does this mean to the Upper Peninsula?
This is big for us because it's not usually done, and having this big of a support group with our community means so much. I feel so supported.
Janessa, congratulations. What a great performance.
Thank you so much.
Shep?
Ishpeming shot 60% in the second half. They outscored Kingston by 30 after the first quarter. An emotional day, an emotional run for a team that was ranked number 1 coming in and walks out of the Breslin Center number 1 in Division 4. We'll wrap it up when we return after this.
And that was the first game of Thursday on it Saturday. That was Division 4. The second game was between West Bloomfield and Grand Blanc. And I have to mention to you that on West Bloomfield team, there were 2 sisters, number 23 and 24. They were the Davis sisters, but they are not just sisters, they were twins. So can you imagine how some of the scorekeepers had to keep track of, oh, yeah, okay. They did have a tremendous thing. They landed up, West Bloomfield was 60 and Grand Blanc was 30. I don't know if I mentioned the score up above. The Kingston was 54 and Ishpeming was 73, which is 73 for a girls' game is, hey, great. I mean, some boys didn't even make it to that part, but it just goes to show with how they play with one another and how they know what each one is doing and their confidence in themselves. So anyway, for the second game, this was a second title for West Bloomfield in 3 years. And here we have a little clip of that too.
I thought what was interesting the other day, too, after the buzzer beater by India Davis that forced overtime against Rockford in the semifinals, they celebrated at midcourt. Coach McAllister told us after, he says, believe it or not, we practiced the celebration. That's how detailed we are. Not only did we know she was going to make it, we had already practiced that celebration. Wow. At half. And here's what it was. Her knowing that they've got more time and an opportunity. And the opportunity's been taken advantage of here on a Saturday afternoon.
You tell me that also illustrates to just how detailed Coach McAllister is.
15 seconds.
Fans encouraging the players to shoot the ball. You don't get this time all the time. Shoot it.
Champions for the second time in 3 years, West Bloomfield owns Division 1.
Okay. All right, the third game never came on television. Apparently, they had other and more important things to do. And I wanted to actually see the third game because that was with Niles Brandywine, the girls' team. And they were playing against Ipsy Arbor Prep. The sad outcome, I saw that it could have been a tie score at the end of that game, but Ipsy had 33, Brandywine had 30. So somebody must have tried for that 3-shot and got it at the buzzer. The reason I'm saying I wanted to see that, because on the boys' team the week before, the boys' team of Niles Brandywine actually became the champions of Division III finals. So they both were in contention. They came from the 32, the 16 to the 8, and Niles from the boys' side took the first place, but the runner-up went to the girls. Hey, but after all those games, through all the cities and through the state of Michigan, if you land up even on the floor on that final night, the last time I ever was that close was when Our Lady of Mount Carmel took the state championship, and that was many years ago. Of course, Mount Carmel doesn't have a high school or junior or even elementary anymore. But those were days that I think Miss McCooch, one of the principals at school, will remember, because she was on that team as well as my daughter too. Okay, that's taken it for that. I also went down to the library, and for some things to do, because you know there's always something going on. There's chess, there's kids playing toys, there's what else? Lego every Wednesdays. If you want to take the kids down there, there's a whole area that they can play. Something coming up this coming month, a Kristen's Cozy Craft Corner. Now that's April 25th from 4 to 6, and it says crocheters, knitters, anything that you want to do with yarn if you're interested in getting together. April's topic is going to be what type of yarn is the best yarn for your project. So if you want to mingle and get an idea, that's April 25th. There's something that I don't know too much about, but it must have something to do with robotics. And as a matter of fact, I think they have something on robotics too. Intro to 3D printing bookmarks. And that's going to be Thursday, April 11th. High school and adult program. Registration required and limited. So if you're hopping by and you want to check on that, hey, call them or knock on their door or say, hey, take down my name and registration, okay? You still have the kids program like the baby time, family story time, make time for play. Something that came up, is a little different. It's a comic strip drawing club, and that's going to be Thursday, April 18th, from 4:45 to 5:45. I don't know too much except this. It says comic strips tell a story in words and pictures. This student-led comic strip drawing, it's a club, allows young artists the time, supplies, and space to practice their art. Now that's ages 8 to 12, and that's going to be April 18th, okay? Something different. It's led by a younger kid. They're having a club, and they have a chance to go into a room with all the supplies and find out how artistic they are. One thing that I noticed, and if you've been watching television, you know everything about the eclipse that's supposed to be coming come April 8th. If you want to, the library's got these. You can get 2 to a person until supplies last. And they even ask you to come on down on April 8th, especially after 2 o'clock, and by 3:14 p.m., the sun eclipse should be seen from the grass area at Bacon Library. I don't know exactly what's for sure because Neil and I tried finding out the path, but they must have some information that we don't know. And he says eclipse glasses will be available and patrons can view the event from our side lawn. So supplies for glasses are limited, and so when I went there and I saw Wally, I said, "Hey Wally, can I have it?" And I'll show that you can get them there. He says, "Please do." Another thing that I haven't had a chance to talk to our fire chief, so I know there's going to be a senior safety presentation by the Wyandotte Fire Department presented at Bacon Library on Thursday, April 4th at 11 a.m. There will be 50 free medical identical bracelets offering out. And at the same time, you'll have a chance to listen to some words of advice and help from the fire department. And talking about the fire department, I didn't try calling them today because I knew they were busy as all heck yesterday. Anyway, that's about probably all the news I have for now. Thanksgiving was what, November? Christmas was in December, and now we're having Easter at the end of March, and it's only a week away. One thing I have to say, there was something in Facebook that somebody took a picture of the trees, and the sun shone through, and it was showing the cross, and I thought, I had to show it to you, because after all, it's really symbolizing the Good Friday and the resurrection, all right? So with that in mind, I hope you have a nice Easter. Hope the weather's halfway decent. And so from all of us here to all of you, happy Easter. Oh, I forgot this. That's right. Went down and 217 had an egg hunt. And that was last Saturday. Boy, you get around, don't you? Anyway, that's what some of the scene. It was a nice day, though. I mean, a sunshiny day. Like I said, it was a nice day. There was a fisherman out there. People were taking advantage of it. And that was just the first round of the goodies on the scene. They were getting ready to put some more out. So anyway, that gives you an idea what's happening around in the city if you don't get around to see what's happening in the city. Hey, take care anyway. So see you next time on Up, Down, and Around Town. Bye now.